Hello and welcome to this is the first Legacy Cube draft I've done in a while. They revamped the Legacy Cube. A lot of old border cards, old bordered Kiki Jiki, Repeal. Gideon Jur looks older bordered, but I don't think that's the same. But yeah, I love Legacy Cube. It's one of my favorites because it's all the fun interaction of Cube without like the nonsense that they put in Vintage Cube. Like there's no tinker for nonsense or no channel Emrakul. Particularly no channel Emrakul is the thing that I enjoy avoiding the most. What do I want to take here? We could start with the Watery Grave. We could take Kiki Jiki. I don't know if Birthing Pod is in the cube. If I knew Birthing Pod was in the cube, I would 100% first pick Kiki. I normally don't like this card, but I'm just in the mood. Let's just it's a brand new Caleb today. I am in the mood to draft some straight up nonsense. So I'm just warning you now that that's what you're gonna get. We do have Kiki Jiki Recurring Nightmare, a combo older than time. Yes, let's do it. All right, what goes with this stuff? We have Shriekmaw. Shriekmaw is pretty good with, killing stuff. We could take Lotus Cobra. Ash Barrens can help us fix for basic lands, which could be somewhat helpful. Actually, Kolaghan's Command is very good too, and Pian Kirin is good with both Kiki Jiki and Recurring Nightmare. I guess Shriekmaw is pretty good with those too. And Shriekmaw you can just spend as a removal spell, so I'm going to take that. We're going to get something good from that pack, I hope. Because there was like Ash Barrens, Nicol Bolas. I would put Nicol Bolas in this deck. Honestly, in the mood I'm in currently, I would put anything in this deck. Huh. Oh, Den of the Bugbear. I thought that was the other one. Okay, Den of the Bugbear is a pretty good card. We could take Swords. We could take Shieldred. I don't love Shieldred, but if we do have a way to discard a bunch of creatures, we can just start slowly getting them back. Velomachus Lorehold is a sweet one. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 7. You can cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to his power without paying its mana cost. That does a lot of stuff. I could take Acidic Slime. Swords is the correct pick. Swords is just a good card. Uro also puts himself into your graveyard for Recurring Nightmare. Yeah, we're not taking the correct pick. I think we're gonna take the fun cards. Uro, Hallowed Spirit Keeper Recurring Nightmare is also really sweet though. Because you just fill your graveyard with like stuff. And then you sacrifice this, you get a bunch of tokens, and then you sacrifice the tokens to like do Kiki Jiki stuff. And that's a lot of fun. I think I need to take an Overgrown Tomb here. Like, Annex, Garruk, all those cards will be nice. But this deck is basically worthless if we take 5 color cards and we don't have enough mana. Like, we don't have the mana to cast any of our spells. Then there's no point in doing what we're doing. And Kiki Jiki, Hallowed Spirit Keeper, Recurring Nightmare are not the easiest cards to cast in the same deck. So we have to make sacrifices, like taking Solemn instead of the Siege Gang commander that I want to take. Although Solemn is still pretty sweet with what we have going on. I hope Birthing Pod is in this cube. That's all I'm saying. I kind of like not knowing. Just keeps us on edge. Ooh, Gilded Goose versus Cultivate. Cultivate solves our problems like forever. There's also a Grave Titan, but we got a bunch of nonsense. I don't need more. I think we're going to take the Goose because there's a lot of effects like Cultivate, but there's only like Gilded Goose, Birds of Paradise, and Sylvan Caryatid as far as like creatures that fix for mana. Here we have Lumbering Falls, Massacre Worm, and just like a bajillion Planeswalkers. Gideon going this late is kind of ridiculous, but do I even take... we could just take Massacre Worm. It's a sweet card to loop with Recurring Nightmare. Okay, Ophiomancer, perfect. Nothing wrong with that. So we are basically green-black. We could be off this Hallowed Spirit Keeper. I just like taking like pretty good payoffs or enablers, and then once I get a feel for what's happening, Search for Tomorrow is going to be good no matter what we end up in. But this is also just green-black fixing. It's actually hard. I think I like this more because the acceleration is also pretty important. We could take Ash Barrens. We could take Utopia Sprawl, but this requires it to be a forest. And it's also, this is not a creature. I think I'm going to take Ash Barrens. We could take Escape to the Wilds. It's a fun card. Den of the Bugbear is okay. Hex Drinker is good too. I mean, maybe I just take that because it does win some games. Okay, Wall of Blossoms is great here. Recruiter of the Guard is also another one. Oh, they added Gutter Bones? Wait, did they actually add good, like... I hope they completely redesigned the cube and added good stuff. I guess we'll see how many like one drop, recursive one-drop creatures there are in the cube. But that'd be really sweet if I could just draft like green-black rock. Polluted Delta grabs Overgrown Tomb, so that probably needs to be the pickup. Sudden Edict, Bloodchief's Thirst, Walking Ballista, all good options, but again, we need to be able to cast our cards. I also have no way to discard stuff. There's a Pack Rat, though. Oh, Smuggler's Copter. Copter is like the perfect recurring nightmare enabler. It's just insane. Like, you just crew it, it attacks, you draw cards. It's amazing. I would like to wheel the Pack Rat, though. The Tree Speaker is fine. It's whatever. But right now, the game plan is discard Kiki-Jiki, recurring nightmare Kiki-Jiki. Then we're going to get a Pestermite. We're going to recurring nightmare the Pestermite. Then we're going to win. There's Misty Rainforest, Elder Gargoth, Phyrexian Obliterator. That's going deep. I think we take the Misty here. I'd love the Old Art Ponder. Because now our mana is actually halfway decent as far as green-black goes. I would like to play this card if I can. But right now I'm definitely not able to. We also have a good bit of acceleration. Well, 2 cards, I guess. 2 cards is not a good bit, but we have some acceleration to get us through. What's in our sideboard? Oh yeah, not playing. Oh! If the Temple Garden comes around, there's a chance we play Elspeth. Chupacabra's pretty good here. Thrill of Possibility is a good discard outlet, but I don't think we need too many of those. Palace Jailer is also really nice, but Chupacabra is really in our colors and just fits really well. Looping Palace Jailer off Recurring Nightmare, though, would be pretty nutty. Then we take a Gristlebrand. I'm not opposed to that. I guess we still can discard him to Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, we'll just take a Gristlebrand. That's a good thing to Recurring Nightmare. Reanimator seems like somewhat open. I don't think I've seen any... Oh, there's Buried Alive. Ooh, our deck just got really weird really quickly, and I'm down for it. So we can Buried Alive, Kiki-Jiki, Massacre Worm, Gristlebrand, and then like Kiki-Jiki make a copy of Massacre Worm when it enters. Double stack the triggers so that they get -4/-4, and anytime something dies, they lose 4 life. And there's Exhume. Okay. Honestly, kind of just an easy game of Magic. Blooming Marsh is fine, but we took the mana early so that we would have the ability to spend picks on things like this in the later game. And I'm pretty happy with it. I like Kiki Animator. We didn't get Grave Titan, which is a really good target, but Kiki Massacre Worm is sweet. Kiki Chupacabra is good. Kiki Shriekmaw is good. Kiki Wall of Blossoms is fine too. Oddly enough, Ophiomancer, if you control no snakes, you get a snake, so not the greatest combo, but we could take it. There's Dauthi Voidwalker or a Necromancy. Or Malicious Affliction, I guess. We already have Recurring Nightmare, so I think as far as slow reanimation goes, Necromancy is fine. So I'm going to take the Voidwalker instead. And do we have any removal? No, I'll take the Gatekeeper, I guess. He's an alright card. There's the Pack Rat. There's also Dark Ritual if we want to go really fast, but I'll take Pack Rat. He's not amazing. I don't think Pack Rat is a card that I love, but it's a card that I'll put in my deck. At this point, I don't think I really need to go into white. Jade Light Ranger, the Explorer, putting creatures in your graveyard is actually kind of sweet, so I'm going to take that. We did wheel Palace Jailer. There's also Whip of Erebos. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield that gains haste. So this is another reanimation thing. I guess so. I want to see what deck they put... Basically, like, I want to know what deck Whip of Erebos is in the cube for. And what is this? Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target non-creature permanent. So this is like a Beast Within. That seems terrible, but I'm one to keep an open mind. We have Birds of Paradise, Yawgmoth, Garruk, Hissing Quagmire, and Mana Confluence. We're going to take the birds. I guess Night's Whisper could be good too. I think we're good on one-drop accelerants now. In fact, at this point, I don't even think we need Ash Barrens. I don't love this Gutter Bones. So I can cut that. I don't think I main deck the Brontodon or the Gatekeeper. The rest of these cards I'm relatively okay with. So we'll see. Ooh, Rankle's good. I like Rankle. We have Polluted Delta Misty, so I'm just trying to get a feel of like, does Sacred Foundry help me fix my mana? I guess I'm not using red, so there's no way that it does. I'm going to take Rankle. I have a lot of acceleration. Rankle is a discard outlet. Rankle's just a cool card. I'm on board with that. Ooh. Okay, now we're talking. Woodfall Primus, Sundering Titan, Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. What is this card? 3 mana Flying Haste can't block. If an opponent was dealt 3 or more damage this turn, you may pay red. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. Seems alright. I'm gonna take the Primus, I think. It does a little bit more than Sundering Titan. And Ulamog's good too, but I like the Persist. Like, I think Ulamog might lead to more wins overall. But Woodfall Primus, like, Persist Buried Alive is really sweet. And actually, maybe this does just lead to more wins overall. I don't know. There's Living Death. So one of my all-time favorite archetypes is Buried Alive Living Death. I used to draft it in Vintage Cube all the time. It's not great, but I would do it. And I think I just have to do it here. We're just going to fill our graveyard. Can I get like a Survival of the Fittest? Kalitas can protect our graveyard. We can get an Avenger of Zendikar. That's a fun one. Right now, our top end, we have 3 top end cards. So I don't really need the Avenger. And as far as like recursions goes, we can double loop Woodfall Primus too. So I should probably just take Kalitas. And here there's Verdant Catacombs, Powerwood Kill, Dakon Shadowslayer. Huh. Loyalty counters equal to the number of lands you control, +1 Surveil 2. You may return an artifact card. You may put an artifact card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Whoa. That's a spicy one. I'm going to take Verdant Catacombs. I have like a bajillion playables. Just making sure I get enough mana is kind of the important thing. Mind Shatter is interesting, but I probably need... Well, there's Iona. No, I have enough reanimation targets. There's Enemy Dead. There we go. Is that even good? Yeah, Enemy Dead's good. Now we can take Hissing Quagmire or Knight's Whisper. Did I take a fetch? Where'd my fetch go? Maybe I just messed it up. I don't know. Let's see. I have creatures. I could cut like Kalitas. I have Exhume. I mean, I probably should not be playing Kiki-Jiki. As said, as much as it hurts me. So I have 25. I think at this point my mana's... Yeah, I'm gonna take the mana. I have enough playables. Unburial Rites, Satyr Wayfinder. Honestly, the Wayfinder's not bad here. What do I want to cut? Probably Hex Drinker for now. Rift Sower I think is the weakest of my mana elves because it comes down so slowly. Questing Beast is just a good card. Probably better than Kalitas. Especially at sniping Planeswalkers. I kind of want to cut one of the bigger creatures. I could sideboard Massacre Worm. I could sideboard Living Death maybe. Because that's only good in some matchups. Scavenging Ooze is pretty sweet though with Living Death. So now I'm more interested, right? You just like Ooze, exile all their creatures. Then you Living Death them to death. Definitely something. Good with Exhume as well. I guess we also have Douthie Voidwalker Living Death. So we have quite a bit of things going on. Selfless Spirit, no. Okay. This is probably a 16 land deck. We have these 3 right now. I could just cut Massacre Worm and just run Gristlebrand Woodfall Primus. And then bring in Massacre Worm in probably quite a few matchups. And then I can cut Rift Sower. Because I don't really need mana of any color. I just need mana. Alright. Seems good to me. Letting MTGO decide for me. And then realizing that it's wrong. So that I can add another forest. The reason for not running Ash Barrens here is because... Wait, how many swamps did it just add an extra... How much black do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's like plenty of black mana. Green I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sort by color. I have more green cards, but I think this seems okay because I want green early and the green cards all add black mana. Alright, we're going to run it like this. See you guys round 1. Ooh, we're playing against Taco John. Told their opponent good luck, have fun. It's funny, not only do we have a bunch of lands, we have all basic lands. What is this? I'm going to keep this hand. Thanks, you too. See? Taco John knows what's up. Or Talk Zero John. We're going to keep this. And getting rid of Feed the Swarm. We're going to cast Satyr Wayfinder. We're going to find a swamp. We're going to put Grizzlebrand into our graveyard. Oh. Okay, this actually worked out really well. They mulligan to 6, and they duressed me without any I'm really glad I bought him Feed the Swarm, I guess. So now I'm ahead on cards, actually. And I draw a double black card. I have so much fixing. That's the ridiculous thing. I have like 6 non-basics. Oof. Oof. That hurts. Goodbye, Satyr Wayfinder. I mean, my opponent's down to 3 cards in hand, and I just need to draw like a single swamp, and then my... Whoa. Do they not see that this fixes my hand? I don't know. Maybe their hand is particularly weak to Ophiomancer, but... Seems like... I don't know. We'll see what their hand does. There's our swamp. I'm actually going to protect myself from discard. Like, I don't know if they have a way to, like, both player discards at random or something. And I'm just going to take Hissing Quagmire. This game feels like it could turn into a game of attrition. And having a creature land in games of attrition is incredibly useful. It does deny me the ability to cast a 3-drop. But look at how well we're curving out here. We attack. Very curious what their hand is, right? They didn't want Ophiomancer. Expecting like a Damnation? But I don't even know. That's pretty good. Let's go Questing Beast. There's no instant speed wraths to my knowledge in black, so I can pretty safely hit them for 7. Discard Gristlebrand. And we have Pack Rat to rebuild next turn. Okay, 5 black. They have Chupacabra. Killing Questing Beast. Okay. That works for me. We can just Chupacabra their Chupacabra, or we could just ignore their Chupacabra now and just hit them with the Copter. I think I want to do that. And then see what we draw. Because if we just draw like Animate Dead or whatever, like... okay, let's just cast a Solemn. This will be good kind of no matter what happens here. If they Wrath, it's fine. If they don't Wrath, it's fine. And I think we keep land in hand to discard the Pack Rat. Because that way if they Wrath, we can go Pack Rat, discard a card to Pack Rat, still have Chupacabra in hand, and keep whatever we draw. They're attacking. Okay, I'll block. I don't know what card that they could be playing around here. Okay. This is wild. That's a good draw. That's a very good draw. I could get out Questing Beast. Let's crew the Copter here. Attack them for 3. Ooh, I could just cast Living Death. That's not even that good. Just Recurring Nightmare. Cast Recurring Nightmare. Get back a Gristlebrand. Do I even want to draw cards? Yeah, sure. We're doing this. I feel like the best option here is to just discard a bunch of creatures and get Recurring Nightmare into play. We discard all the creatures to hand size. So like Pack Rat, land. I don't really want to Exhume. And then now, if things go really badly, we can Living Death. Okay, that works. Unbarrel Rights the Choop. Killing Gristlebrand. I don't really need to pay life or anything. At this point, I can just cast Living Death. Which was kind of the plan all along. Ooh. I'd love to Woodfall Primus here. But a lot of things need to happen for me to Woodfall Primus. For me to Living Death, I just need to cast this one spell. It's very good. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna like deck ourselves actually. We're wisely solemning before the Satyr. No! We did have lethal there. So I guess it's fine. Against mono black, Whip of Erebos seems actually somewhat decent. Because I could just get back creatures. And I didn't... It makes duress better. Let's... Maybe we want Kalitas? Let's just run it like this. I don't know. Ooh, here's a hand we can just discard the hand size. No, we're gonna mulligan. This one's pretty good. We'll keep this. We just get rid of a swamp. If they have duress, this hand is terrible. But we are gonna turn 2 Buried Alive. And then we're just live drawing to 3 cards. So some type of statistics on our chance of winning there. Looks like our opponent's mulliganing. I don't really know what their deck does, but I almost want to like get back Dalthy Voidwalker because that seems good against them. They mulled to 5. Oh no. That tells me they're probably on Reanimator and they're mulliganing for action. So I don't love it as much, but we get to go birds, turn 1. Yeah, like they could go turn 2 Crypt Breaker, discard, turn 3 Reanimate. A lot of it depends on what they get back. If it's turn to attack, I like it a lot more. Okay, if it's turn to attack, do nothing, I like it even more. Alright, let's do this. Cast Buried Alive. If they have the card Reanimate, I'm gonna regret this deeply, but I have yet to see it, so we're just gonna put all of my big ones. Oh, I should have gotten rid of Shriekmaw. That card does nothing here. I guess for that reason, we're gonna put it into my graveyard. Yeah, I don't want Shriekmaw in my deck. My opponent's just gonna like untap, reanimate my Gristlebrand, and then win the game, and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. I'm gonna get it to be just the chat. There we go. If I see this happen, then I will get rid of Buried Alive. Okay. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Yikes. I'm just gonna tell my opponent, welp. It looks like they were very close. If they had just hit a land, they would have gotten there. So, I don't know. It seems like I should go for it. This is actually a weird matchup now. Do I run Buried Alive? They can snipe my dudes. I guess I could still draw a Living Death, and then I would end up Shriekmawing my own Woodfall Primus to double kill their lands. And they decide not to cast anything. Dragonlord Atarka Packrat. Okay. We draw a land. I guess we're gonna fetch in our deck a bit, because we need to draw something like this turn. I don't really need an Overgrown Tomb. I'm just gonna get a Forest here. Play Wall of Blossoms, because we're keeping double black because we can draw the Voidwalker. Rankle is interesting. Let's play Gilded Goose. I probably will just end up chump blocking the Gristlebrand with Gilded Goose. They might just reanimate Dragonlord Atarka though, and then I lose. I will concede to that. Yeah. Wow. The mirror match. Their deck is better though, because they have reanimate. Yeah. I guess I could still draw something. Right? They killed Gilded Goose, Birds of Paradise. If I draw my own Recurring Nightmare, I can get Shriekmaw to kill Dragonlord Atarka, and then I can cast Rankle, attack, and then make them sacrifice Gristlebrand. If they let me keep a mana creature, I could Living End. So we'll see. But I do die next turn. So whatever we draw, it has to be next turn. That is not it. This only does exiled from play, right? Yeah. I guess I want Gatekeeper of Malakir. Shriekmaw does have some utility, I guess. They have one green creature. That's pretty scary. We also have Dalti Voidwalker. And Feed the Swarm. Actually, we had some live draws. Oh, Feed the Swarm would have done a lot of damage, though. I think I still like Buried Alive. What did they cast? I guess this is a bit too risky. I can't overflow. I could Buried Alive for one creature, I guess. But we could do it like this or something. Oh, Exhume is really awkward. Actually, maybe I wanted to just get rid of Exhume. I almost hope they duress me, so I'm not tempted to cast Exhume. Please be duress, not Inquisition. That's my only... Yes! Okay, I'll take that. Exhume is just really weird in this matchup. Alright, Verdant... These draws... I think we're going to lose this one. Our deck is just a little bit worse than theirs. But that is a good strategy to keep dead cards in the main deck, so your opponent has to discard them off duress when they draw it. I don't hate it. Una's Prowler. That gives me a discard outlet too. This matchup is bizarre. Okay, it's Questing Beast. I'm okay if they want to block my Ophiomancer. Okay. They take a bunch. And the goal is to get their life total low enough so that they can't like easily do Gristlebrand stuff. I guess Gristlebrand was from my side of the board, but this is a pretty good start. Okay, Shieldred is terrible against what I have currently. Although she does have Swamp. Okay, she's not terrible. She's decent against what I have currently. They had their own Exhume. I could have discarded Wall of Blossoms. I should have done that. That was just a mistake. Because then I could sack... Actually, that might cost me quite a bit here. Because I would be up a card, I would know what I'm drawing, and then I could sacrifice a different thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's see what I would have drawn. Ah, I can't believe I missed that. I usually am on top of those types of triggers. Okay, so I would have just been in the same spot. Except I would have one extra Death Toucher. Let's Satyr Wayfinder. Scavenging Ooze, Feed the Swarm, Solemn. Okay. And then I guess I will play a fetch to thin. So they would be at 1 less life if I had sacrificed creatures correctly. And I would be at 2 more life because I would have shrunk their Una's Prowler. So it would be 19 to 8. Oh, well, okay. Fair enough. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. That's pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 damage. So I fall to 9. Whew. I mean, I don't think anything is like stopping this. We need to, if they attack, they're not attacking with Shieldred. That's pretty good. I'm gonna discard a Forest here because that one doesn't really matter. I don't even know if Recurring Nightmare saves us. And they have Pack Rat. Jeez. All right, let's fetch. I don't even know if this is correct because now I just die to like basically everything. But I'm already dying to basically everything, and I guess I need to hit Living Death. That's my draw. That's the out. Check this. I go to 5. Living Death. Shriek Maw. Perfect. Perfect. Cast Shriek Maw on my own guy. Alright. On to next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Rocky McChesterflex. We're on the draw. This hand's fine. We have an Uncruelable Copter. Oddly enough, we're fighting the mirror match, I guess. Let's go with Polluted Delta. We're gonna fetch our Overgrown Tomb. Turn 2, we go Smuggler's Copter. Turn 3, we probably just play Satyr Wayfinder. Ripped Sower. Okay. Oh, okay, this is not the mirror match. They're on that nonsense life. I like it. I like it a lot. 5-color nonsense is a pretty fun archetype. Let's get down the Copter. Next turn, we can play Satyr Wayfinder and suspend Search for Tomorrow. Or do any number of things, but discarding Woodfall Primus seems like a good idea. Grim Monolith, okay. They're on that full nonsense life. Yeah, so let's go Satyr Wayfinder. I guess they can counter that, but grab a Misty. We put Animate Dead in our graveyard, which is unfortunate, and I guess I'm just gonna fetch for a forest here. We have a lot of lands going on, so thinning does matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 7, yeah, the 9th is here. So there's only 7 lands left in our 24 card deck now. And once we fetch and search, it'll be much fewer. This card. Honestly, I'm like almost at the point where I could cast this Woodfall Primus. So I almost would regret discarding him, but at the same time, if I top deck like a gonna cost 8, yeah, we'll discard him. I was gonna say if I top deck Reanimation Spell, I'll just feel really silly for having discarded him. Suspend. Yeah, maybe Rift Sower is sweet. I don't know. 1 mana, add any color. Seems good. So what do we want to see happen? Somehow they activate Hissing Quagmire. Oh, Nahiri sniping my Smuggler's Copter. I don't love it. Wow, their deck is sweet. Gilded Goose. So let's Buried Alive. Putting Gristlebrand. I've drawn most of the rest of them. Like, I don't mind drawing. I guess I just want to get rid of the cards I don't want to draw, like Birds of Paradise. And Scavenging Ooze would be okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do Grizzlebrand and Birds of Paradise. And then just go Verdant Catacombs fetch. So that my deck is just the goods. Tech Nahiri. I feel like I hear my package being delivered and that is super exciting. But I'm not certain. And we can have 6. Alright, opponent. You got all the mana in the world, all the colors in the world. What you got for us? Banishing Light, my Gilded Goose. Honestly, I accept. If they want to spend their mana that way, I'm cool with it. They discard their own Birds of Paradise. Ooh, Electrolyze. Okay. Okay, I respect it. I see things that are happening, I'm excited about them. Not for myself, but for my opponent. I need to make sure I play this Swamp because... Oh, never mind, I have this coming down. Okay, we have like so many lands out of our deck now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 5 lands left. So we only have a 20% chance to draw lands from now on. There you go. That's all you need. I'll play around Days. Living Death. Seems pretty good to me. Woodfall Primus. Part of me wants to kill Nahiri. Part of me wants to kill like Hissing Quagmire. Or like Coalition Relic? I guess it's probably got to be Nahiri. We get a Swamp. No, we've been Recurring Nightmare. So there's a Dalthy Voidwalker in our deck. I don't really think I want to pay life. I'm going to draw like my whole deck if I do that. Really glad they used the Banishing Light though. Okay, they have a Wrath. Okay, so we are just going to draw 7 cards here. Seems worthwhile. Cool, cool. We might deck out. This is Gilded Goose. I don't really need a Gilded Goose. I think I'm going to kill their Hissing Quagmire. It's their only source of black mana. They also only have 1 card in hand, and that's like the only thing that could block a Woodfall Primus. Ooh, Dothi Voidwalker. I like that. Let's go like that. Pack Rat. And I think we're just going to live that Pack Rat life. Swamp attack for 5. Discarding land. I don't know. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to discard the hand size. I want to activate Pack Rat. Yeah, because I'm going to discard the card to hand size anyway. I may as well just get value. And that's the beauty of Living Death. They have 1 card in hand. Is it a board wipe? Nope, it is Elspeth, Sun's Champion. Acceptable. We can kill her, I think. So let's go Ravenous Chupacabra on a soldier, Shriekmaw on a soldier. Or wait, can I just swing at them? Let's just swing at them. I don't even care about Elspeth. Okay. I was like, yeah, they're just dead. 5-color stuff. Hex Drinkers, not even good against Wrath effects. Alright. So we have Gristlebrand and Woodfall Primus. We do have the Voidwalker, but they have Wraths. This hand's pretty awkward. I could discard on the draw. Yeah, alright. It's serviceable. If I draw Exhume, I could just discard one of these. I think just my worst draw now is Buried Alive. So let's not draw Buried Alive. Let's just draw Birds of Paradise. No, Smuggler's Copter into Recurring Nightmare or something. They mold to 5. Okay. Honestly, I don't mind seeing green elves. Unless this is Oko, that would be annoying. Okay, Uro is fine. They have 2 cards in hand now. Oh, if I was on the play and I got the Dothi Voidwalker, their Uro, that would be something. Alright, Voidwalker it is. Next turn. Oh, Pack Rat's actually discard outlet too. But I think I want to Satyr Wayfinder that. Okay. Alright. Well, took him down there. See you guys next round. Oh, right. We're here for round 3 against Fenrir Unchained. Hope everyone good luck, have fun. Again, I'm very sorry if I play against you and I forget to say good luck, have fun. I'm going to keep this hand. It's really sketchy, but that's what I'm here for. I just, sometimes say it, sometimes I forget. They said you too. Look at all these really nice people. Give them the smiley face. Ooh, we get to be on the play? Oh my gosh, that makes this way better. We're like basically there towards hard casting Gristlebrand. The question is, do we Hissing Quagmire on turn 2? I think the answer is... It depends. No, it is not. We Satyr Wayfinder and hope to put a creature into our graveyard. We put a Chupacabra. Okay. I'll take a fetch. Again, just thinning our deck. So now we can exhume a Chupacabra if we want to. But I think it's almost certainly better to wait until we find a way to discard the Gristlebrand, of which it's basically just Smuggler's Copter. Playing against another greedy deck. Okay. Stoneforge Mystic. You know what? If they get Batterskull, maybe we do just get Chupacabra. Or like the Caldra Complete or whatever. I guess my best draw now is Rankle. Sword of Feast and Famine. Oh, okay. That's why the swords are terrible. Please hit me with the Sword of Feast and Famine. That feeling when you actively want to discard the hand size. Oh, okay. Let's do this and pass. Please hit me with the sword. Thank you. They're gonna attack me, hit me with the sword, I'm gonna Woodfall Primus the sword, and then it's just, that's it. Magmatic Channeler, okay. And they didn't want to put a sword into play. Very strange. Oh, please let me discard. I'm just gonna stop playing cards, I guess. I want to discard a hand size, right? No, I should probably play this, because I'm gonna want 5 lands. And by fetching and thinning off Verdant Catacombs, I like maximize my chances of doing something. They discard Temporal Mastery, they exile Sword of Light and Shadow and Umezawa's Jite. Please just do Sword of Feast and Famine. Jite is scary, Sword of Light and Shadow is terrible. No, wait, they what? Why are you choosing Sword of Light and Shadow over Umezawa's Jite? Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, you got it. I guess. Fetch. I guess I can hit them for 2? Overgrown Tomb. That's wild. They didn't want Jite there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, alright, pass turn. This is very upsetting. I have 2 turns, or if they just attack me once with sort of Feast and Famine. If they like smell through it and somehow hit me with Sword of Light and Shadow instead of Sword of Feast and Famine, I'm gonna be disappointed. They discard Lava Coil, getting Sheevan Fire, Scalding Tarn. I mean, their hand is probably good. I guess the thing I am scared about with Sword of Feast and Famine is they do get to untap their hand, but they need 3 counter spells, right? I have Exhume, Animate Dead, and Living Death, and I'm probably gonna animate Gristlebrand, and then I'm expecting them to kill it, but I'm gonna draw cards, and then we're gonna discard the creatures to hand size. Maybe I wanted to attack with Hissing Quagmire to entice them into going for it, but this is a green-black, right? Yeah, so all of their swords give protection. If they equip Sword of Light and Shadow, I don't even know. Just cast Sword of Feast and Famine and attack with it. No. This doesn't... Okay. I'm confused by what's going on, but I'm not mad. They're channelering off, though. Dak Faden into the Royal. Okay, into the Royal is kind of annoying. But they take Dak Faden. Oh, what if they target me? Is there any world they target me? I would literally prefer for them to play Narset and then target me with Dak. That's a play I would enjoy. Here's the thing though. No, why? They got sort of... Am I crazy? This is a free equip and then untap all lands you control. Like, if you're not doing that with that sword in this position, why are you playing the card, I guess is the question. Oh, okay. That's fine with me. So they have Into the Royal is gone, Sheevan Fire is gone, Jite is gone. I mean, they could deck out, I guess. Murktide Regent. Okay. I guess I'll block. My Exhume is more awkward now. No. I guess they have Dak Faden, so that doesn't even work. Yeah, I don't really want to give them Smuggler's Copter. I can reanimate like a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm nowhere near casting anything. Alright, let's just wait for my demise. My opponent is like somehow playing around my hand. I'm back. I had to go unload groceries, so that's why there's my opponent like testing and stuff. Okay, we're back. We're backle? We're back. Okay, so they have to equip the sword, right? They discard 2 lands. They have to equip the sword and they have to go for a Murktide Regent. That's what I would do if I was them. Okay, we're finally getting the thing. They could equip the sword to the Channeler now. Oh, okay. The weird thing is, like, if they attack with... They're not going to attack with the Channeler, I guess. Yeah, they discard... Oh, that's cool. They do have Magmatic Channeler plus Sword of Light and Shadow, Feast and Famine synergy. So they get 2 lands. Did they play land before doing this? Looks like they have not played... Discard is careful... Oh, they did play Mountain. Okay. They're not getting that Mountain back. So they have 2 cards in hand and they're going to get back 1 creature. And I can't block with Hissing Quagmire. Question is, which creature do I discard? They're going for Murktide Regent. And that's going to be huge. So I don't actually know if I can afford to go for Gristlebrand here. I have the Smuggler's Copter. So I guess I discard the Primus. And then I can kill the Sword of Feast and Famine, which prevents blocks on my Woodfall Primus. So then I can block on the ground. And Smuggler's Copter is colorless, so I can block in the air. They play Murktide Regent, holding up double blue. So I think the safest play here is to just go for Exhume. Because I'm expecting this to get countered and then I can animate dead. Oh, okay. I could also get back Ravenous Chupacabra and kill the Murktide Regent, but then they're just going to get it back next turn, so. Then we're going to kill Sword of Feast and Famine. I guess the problem is Deck Fade, that's why I didn't play the Copter. Deck Faden can steal it. Okay, I can animate dead the Ravenous Chupacabra. The Brazen Borrower is still kind of a problem, though. Yeah, I think I just do this. I don't know. This worked out really weirdly. I kind of assumed that they had a counter spell, but I guess not. I'm taking 12 in the air currently. So if they have any... No, they need a lot of spells to get Magmatic Channeler going. Okay. They're really rummaging. So I'm dead, right? That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 off the sword. What a wild game. My opponent played around the Sword of Feast and Famine discard. Discarding Chart a Course and Sweltering Suns. So I've seen most of their deck. I have seen 0 counter magic. I've seen 1 Brazen Borrower as interaction as far as that goes. And then Deck Faden to take my Smuggler's Copter. Wow, they're really trying to deck themselves. They had Temporal Mastery too, so that's something to look out for. Yeah, I guess I should have done the math and just gone for Exhume. Oh, interesting. I guess this is also lethal? Because Hissing Quagmire, that's also lethal. Alright. Alright. Massacre Worm is interesting. They have random planeswalkers. But I think the main deck configuration is fine. I did need more discard outlets. That is one awkward part about this deck. Alright, we got this one. We know our opponent's deck. We know how they're playing. We have Smuggler's Copter this time. And we can get it down before Deck Faden? Yes, we can. So only good things can happen. Also, it's like storming outside, which is kind of cool. I'm sure you will hear a grand total of 0 thunder through the microphone, but I could just tell you that it's happening. It's basically the same thing. Opponent looks like they're mulliganing. Okay, they mulligan, so let's lead with Forest. If they have Force Spike, I don't think that's in the cube, but that would be bad for me. Play like Smuggler's Copter. And I guess I actually really kind of need the Scavenging Ooze to resolve if I don't draw a land. They have Chart a Course. They're really big on discarding, because I guess they must have more than one Delve creature, I imagine. Discarding Careful Consideration. Okay. Let's just hope for no Deck Fadens. And drawing a Forest would be pretty nice. Wall of Blossoms can unfortunately not crew the Copter. So it is what it is. Let's crew. Attack. Can you crew the Copter using itself? I think you might be able to. Oh, perfect. And we draw a land? It's not a forest, but the drawing a land here is actually quite good because if they somehow happen to like discard a land here, we can eat it with Chupacabra before we exhume. They have the... Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Goblin Blabbleman. So I think I just kill Plateau. They have double blue and red is the scariest color, I think. We go exhume like this. Okay. You can concede in that spot, I suppose. Run it back, game 3. Alright, game 3. I can't keep this. On the draw, it's way too slow. This one's pretty good. I could just cut Feed the Swarm. This in Quagmire is pretty awkward. I'm just gonna cut a land. I have all these Gilded Gooses and whatnot, and I don't know. I might want to Feed the Swarm, like Magmatic Channeler or whatever they have. They moved to 5? What is going on with their deck? They're only like 2 colors, right? Okay, we can even fetch green now. Shock. We're gonna play birds first. Again, we are in need of a discard outlet though. If they play the Channeler, I think I just have to kill it. Literal Core. I probably just kill that as well. Their hand looks like they mulled to 5 and that's... Yeah, we're just gonna kill it. Feed the Swarm, killing this. Their deck didn't look like it was a Daze deck. I probably should have cast Gilded Goose there, but I guess this plays around. They had like some board wipes like Pyroclasm, so maybe I'm actually supposed to keep Gilded Goose in hand. Ooh, glad I killed that, because now they're Chart a Coursing for no extra cards. They discard Brazen Borrower where they have 3 cards in hand? Sure. Let's get on that nice Hissing Quagmire beatdown plan, I suppose. Well, they don't have red mana available anyway. Sometimes against an opponent who molds the 3, like, the creature lands do just get there. Usually it's the ones that hit for 4, because they're not a 10-turn clock. I hope this is just like hardcast Sword of Latent Shadow. Okay, that works. Okay, we have the Gristlebrand. I think I do play the Goose. And I'm gonna play Recurring Nightmare as well. It's Smuggler's Copter and the other one, the Rat, that can help us out of this. Or honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're only 2 mana away from hard casting. Okay, never mind. We're more mana away. But we can still sacrifice Hissing Quagmire, Recurring Nightmare. Uh-huh. The old Living Death. Alright, I'm just gonna attack. If they, kill this in combat, it is what it is. They would have to trade a treasure for it. Okay. Well, we're gonna have one of those games, I guess. At this point, their resources are so... I guess if they have Jace the Mind Sculptor, then we're just super dead. But their resources look really depleted. There's an Ophiomancer. I like that. So now we have... we can get back Birds of Paradise. Our other one was exiled. So we are all in on this drawing Buried Alive game plan. Ooh, they do have Jace, but Jace is actually really awkward here. I guess they can Fate Seal. I guess they could do that as well. That's not great though. Jadelight Ranger. Yeah, that seems good. Do this. Okay. Honestly, I think we're just in hardcast Gristlebrand time. Let's attack Jace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can sack the snake to get a birds, but I think I would rather keep the pressure against Jace in play. Because now if they uptick Jace, I have 3 attack to kill it. Okay, they brainstorm Jace that, I have 2 creatures that are lethal. All of these are better than getting Birds of Paradise this turn, I think. Okay, Time Warp. That one's good. So they basically got a free brainstorm with Jace, and they maybe set up a Temporal Mastery. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, there's still hope. If they went Time Warp into Temporal Mastery, then it would be awkward. But as it currently stands, they could draw a board wipe like a Sweltering Suns or whatever. And then they have Stoneforge. Okay. Or to the old Sword of Light and Shadow. Wait, they're paying life. Phyrexian Metamorph copying Jadelight Ranger? Okay. Oh. Okay. I mean, that still works, I guess. I'm scared of the Jite. The Sword of Light and Shadow is fine. Let's crack this food. I guess the Sword of Light and Shadow does get through Ophiomancer, but so does the Jite, really. Buried Alive. Pack Rat. Wall of Blossoms. So this runes... I guess we attack Jace with both because we need him dead. And I guess I was supposed to play Wall of Blossoms because I could draw Questing Beast. They have a kill spell too? So their hand was kill spell? Ugh, okay, that's bad. Alright. Fair enough, fair enough. So their hand is Jite, Sword of Light and Shadow. Wall of Blossoms. Cedar Wayfinder also blocks through Sword of Light and Shadow. And can put creature cards into my graveyard. I like that. Because if I just hit like Woodfall Primus, then I'm just in a good spot. Rankle. Oh, I was supposed to do this pre-combat. I think I still just get the Chupacabra. Sacrificing Wall of Blossoms. But yeah, if I had Rankle, then I could have just killed Jace outright. Right now they have 2 equipment and no creatures in hand though, so that's not so bad of a position. And they brainstormed last turn, so it's not like a fresh brainstorm. A fresh brainstorm is pretty scary because it's 3 new cards. But they've seen 2 of these cards already and didn't do anything with them. So, like, these 3 cards are, on average, less potent than just a random draw. Or a random draw of 3. Because it's the worst 2 cards out of, like, the top 5 that they've been shuffling around. Plus 1 new one. I also think it's funny I went and unloaded groceries for a while and I'm quite a bit ahead of my opponent. So they can like play Murktide Regent and then equip Sword of Light and Shadow, and that would actually be pretty good. So if they happen to have drawn that, I guess they got there. Yeah, okay. We could lose to this. I don't think we're going to, because I think we're just going to cast Living Death. And I might even be able to get more creatures to die here. We swing at Jays with both. I miss out on a Rankle attack, but this could get back Ravenous Chupacabra, which would be really good for me. Okay. That's fine. So they get Metamorph, Brazen Bar, Literal Core, Phyrexian Metamorph, Stoneforge. Right, this is pro black, so I can't Chupacabra. I could set it up so that I get to rankle them, but they're going to Sword of Light and Shadow and get back a good card anyway, so... What do they revive? 6, 7. Yeah, I may as well just go for this. Wait, what? Why do I get all of their creatures? That's got to be just a UI bug, right? Also, I think Metamorph just dies. I don't think they can maybe I'm wrong. Alright, so I'm talking with the opponent. Okay, they did copy the sword. Oh, okay, never mind, we're good. Okay. So we want Wall of Blossoms to happen last. I guess, I don't know. So they Stoneforge Mystic. So they were trying to Phyrexian Metamorph my creatures, I guess. And they realized they can copy the sword instead. So that worked out. They got sort of Feast and Famine. Oh, Shriek Maw would have been so good. Oh my gosh. Wow, I hit 2 So I stayed at Wayfinder, completely whiffed, and then hit 2 lands. Crazy. What a crazy world. This is post-combat. I can't really discard anything. I might still die here. They're at 15. I want to play a Swamp. I might just be hardcasting Gristlebrand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, those draws were really bad. So if I had done the sequencing like any other way, I would be in good shape. But they're going to like Voltron up the Brazen Borrower. And then they're going to get back a Murktide Regent and play a giant Murktide Regent. They may time out. We'll see how this looks. I guess I have no effects right now. I take 7. Okay. I guess I could just loop Woodfall Primus, so I win this pretty easily. I hate when the time goes down because it's like stressful for the opponent, but I'm fairly certain. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because I can Woodfall Primus, sacrifice Woodfall Primus. I don't know. Maybe they do have it. No, I can kill the protection from Green Sword. They didn't get GT counters, so they can't snipe my Birds of Paradise proactively. And then I should be able to chump block one of their 2 flyers next turn. So I think we should be okay. But it really sucks to have time go out like this. Because it's an interesting game and I want to see what happens, right? They Murktide Regent, it's going to be small. And then they equip the Sword of Protection. Yeah, I think I have this game. That sucks. It's a rough way to lose, but so what was going to happen is I was going to draw, and I was going to Recurring Nightmare, sacrifice Satyr Wayfinder. Right, they equip sword there so it has protection, so I can't attack them with Rankle. So I guess a Recurring Nightmare, and I sacrifice the Satyr Wayfinder to get back Woodfall Primus. That kills the Sword of Feast and Famine. And then I sacrifice Woodfall Primus to get back Shriek Maw? No, here's the sequence. We Woodfall Primus, kill Murktide Regent the first time, or kill the sword equipped to Murktide Regent. And then the second time, we sacrifice Woodfall Primus to get back Shriek Maw. And the Shriek Maw kills the Murktide Regent. Then we kill the Sword of Feast and Famine equipped to Brazen Borrower. So now they just have 1 Sword of Light and Shadow. And I can chump block with Birds of Paradise, but I'm also at 10 life. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could do it a 3rd time. So then I could get back Woodfall Primus and kill a Sword of Feast and Famine. And then I block with Rankle. Okay, so I had this game, but it's unfortunate that we went off time. Okay, whew, that was a lot. Thank you guys for watching. This deck was not great, but it was fun. I'll see you guys next time.